The only reason these people have power is because we keep giving it to them. We make them rich by paying attention to them. We make them relevant by following them. We make them rulers by obeying them. And we can take it back anytime we decide to. You want a better society? Start by choosing a better ruling class. And if you can't find one, become one. What most people don't realize until it's too late is that the ruling class doesn't just make the laws. They make meaning. The ruling class defines what matters. It tells society what's worth chasing, what's worth dying for, what freedom looks like, what justice feels like, what success tastes like. It names dreams. It decides what the good life is, and everyone else spends their lives trying to live up to it. That's why eating the rich doesn't work. The issue is not wealth. Everyone wants more than enough. Everyone wants comfort, freedom, option. The problem is when wealth becomes the only definition of value, when meaning itself is reduced to accumulation. That's when society begins to rot. Take Elon Musk. At one point, his net worth surpassed $400 billion. The average American makes less than $60,000 a year. That's not just an economic gap. It's a philosophical indictment. It suggests structurally that one man is worth nearly 7 million times more than the average person. No one believes that. Not really. And even if we did, Elon Musk is not 7 million times better than anyone. But we've been trained to bow to it. We've been conditioned to see greed as genius. We've confused financial power with moral worth. The ruling class values are off, so the system makes no sense. But make no mistake, greedy people are morally deficient. They may have nicer toys, louder platforms, but they are empty. They lack mastery of their own bodies. They lack discipline over their emotions. They cannot tell themselves no. They cannot find meaning without control. They must own. They must rule. They must win. That's not leadership. That's insatiability dressed up as ambition. And when they are the ones defining meaning for the rest of us, the entire society becomes spiritually bankrupt. The American dream becomes a pyramid scheme. Liberty becomes an export. Democracy becomes a branding campaign. And millions of people wake up every single day feeling like failures, not because they fail, but because the meaning that they were given is a lie. This is why we must be ruthless in our vision for the ruling class, not because power itself is evil, but because power without purpose is. Power without principles is cancerous. And in a society built by universal consciousness, in a world filled with infinite selves trying to actualize, the ruling class must be made up of the best human beings at being human. They must be guided by humility and not hoarding, measured by the lives they've improved, not the empires that they've built. If they're going to define what matters, they must live lives that matter, not just look like they do. Because the future of meaning depends on who holds the mic. Money. Money is not evil, but our worship of it is. In a society where people have lost faith in anything greater than themselves, money has become the most worshipped god. It dictates where we live, how we're treated, what we're worth, and who gets to be heard. It has no intrinsic value, just paper, pixels, and metal, but we've built entire systems to convince ourselves that whoever has the most of it must be the smartest, strongest, the most capable among us. That is the lie.